What's up, y'all? It's your girl Michaela, and today I am back with another video. This video is for the ladies, y'all. I have to say that I decided to make a feminine hygiene video for all the ladies out there who don't have mamas or aunties or real friends that will tell you when their pussy stink. I hate to say that terminology, your coochie, your vagina, whatever you want to call it. Y'all gotta get them right. I have walked past too many girls that didn't smell right, girls itching, and I wish that they could have just came to me where I could express to them what's the right thing to do, what's not the right thing to do. And I know a lot of y'all may be wondering, well, why would we take advice from you? Well, I'm a former registered nurse. I have my RN BSN, and I also am an OnlyFans model. To be honest, I've also had some issues with my own feminine hygiene. My mother at a really young age, she taught me about feminine hygiene, but there's times where I couldn't even come to her and I had to figure stuff out on my own. So this video is to help you navigate your womanhood, to make you feel more confident down there, and just to feel fresh and clean. Who doesn't want to feel fresh and clean? So before we get started, y'all, please make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video. So the very first thing that we will be talking about is why your vagina smells. There's a lot of things that make vaginas smell, but the root cause is bacteria or yeast. So you may be wondering, well, how do I get rid of that bacteria? Let's start with what you use to wash your vagina. First thing you need to wash your vagina is a tool, something to wash it with. Some people use their hand, others use a loofah, and someone like me uses a washcloth. I have to have a talk with you guys. If you use your hand, I want to know who raised you? What? I can't understand how you could just put soap on your hand and wash on your face, your whole body, your butt crack, and then have the audacity to use that same hand for your vagina. Come on now. What are we doing here? And then even in between, are you washing your hands? I just think that that's very unsanitary. And our hands, unless they're like super callous, you're not able to remove all of the bacteria. Do better. Those of you with the loofah, at least the loofahs do exfoliate and remove the dead skin cells and the bacteria off your body. However, are you changing your loofah once a month? Are you washing your loofah? Is it even durable enough to put it in the washer? I personally just use a rag because I feel like it gets the job done, and you're able to use bleach, sanitize it, wash it, do whatever you need to do. For me, I replace my rag every day that I get in the shower. When finding the products to wash your vagina, it's really important to realize why you are washing your vagina. It's to avoid any smells, to make sure that you're washing away any bacteria or yeast. That Bath & Body Works Sweet Pea is not going to do the job, ladies. Although it may smell delicious, it's going to make your vagina smell like fart. I hate to say it. It's disgusting. I love Bath & Body Works, don't get me wrong. However, we all have pH balances, and your pH balance is supposed to be very acidic. It's a protective barrier. It's a defense mechanism for your body to fight off bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, and even sexually transmitted diseases. Surprisingly, we need this pH balance to protect us. So when we are using anything that may throw it off, that has fragrances, that may have too high of acidity, it may just be too strong or potent for our bodies to handle, it really puts our bodies at risk as women. We have to protect our vaginas. Just listen to me when I say, when you are looking at products to wash your vagina, make sure it's not the same thing that you would put on your body. They're a lot less sensitive as our faces and our vaginas. So when I go to the grocery store, I like to look at the ingredients. Make sure that it is dermatologist recommended, fragrance free, and dye free. Something that I've always used that's always worked for me is good old-fashioned Dove. I use Dove bar soap to wash my vagina, and I make sure that it is the fragrance-free, dye-free, and good for sensitive skin. This is actually the one that I use right here. Ladies, and when in doubt, use your face wash, as long as it's not anything that has a harsh formula for acne. A lot of them are really good for your vagina, like Cetaphil or The Ordinary. And that's if like you really can't find the products to use to wash your vagina. To be real with y'all, I would rather you use a washcloth and water to wash your vagina rather than those really strong, potent body washes that smell like perfume, because in the end, it's going to make you stink really bad. If by chance you already smell really bad, you've been itching, you feel like your pH balance is off because your discharge is really watery or really mucousy or looks like cottage cheese, don't worry, girl, I got you. First thing you do is go to a doctor. Don't try to think you know everything because you Google searched it. Chances are you need an antibiotic or an antifungal medication. And lucky for you, I will help you go through these steps. So I don't know if you have health insurance. If you do not have health insurance, go to Planned Parenthood. It's so important that you are getting the medications that you need. I don't care how much you wash your vagina. If it already stinks, chances are you have a bacterial or fungal infection, and we need to solve this now. There are holistic ways to help with all of the symptoms that you're having, but they're not going to fully make those infections go away. The doctor is most likely going to prescribe you an antibiotic or antifungal, especially with modern day medicine. Let me just tell you how I feel first. When I have bacterial vaginosis, the moment I realize that it's that is I won't even have a bad smell. It's just my vagina starts getting like this stronger smell, and I know it's not necessarily my pheromones. I start having a lot more discharge than normal, and when I even start to get those symptoms, I have to go to the doctor. Because if you wait, you think it'll go away. The more you wash, the more you drink water, and let me tell you, there's nothing more embarrassing than just developing that smell. You go to the doctor, they'll prescribe you most likely Flagyl or another antibiotic, and you could take it orally, and now they have gels too that you could shoot up there. It'll take the smell away in like a day or two. You want to make sure that if you do take antibiotics, you're taking it for the full 7 days. It's an easy fix, you guys. And if you feel like you don't have insurance and can't afford it, there are places like Planned Parenthood that should cover the cost for you. The second thing is a yeast infection. When you have a yeast infection, a lot of the time you're just super itchy. Your discharge is like a cottage cheese, and it's so uncomfortable. There's times when I was younger, I didn't know it was a yeast infection, and I just literally itched myself to a sore. You do not want to do that, ladies. And luckily, you don't have to go to the doctor for yeast infection. If you are experiencing the symptoms I just named, you just go to a CVS, and they have these suppositories that you just put in your vagina, and it helps it go away, as well as like a outer vaginal cream. So lastly, I do want to mention that what you digest is important for your vaginal health, and it does affect how your vagina smells. Drinking a lot of water, taking probiotics, having foods that have natural probiotics in them. Maybe it's yogurt. Maybe you are making sure that you are drinking a lot of pineapple juice. And ironically, people say that it helps with the smell, but there's just certain things in fruit that may improve your pH balance, but it's not gonna like automatically make you smell good. But just make sure that you are eating right. I don't want to go like super in depth about it, but that is important. I could go on and on talking about my vagina. Really, I could go on and on talking about my vagina, but we don't have enough time for that. I just really wanted to tell you guys how I felt and little simple tips and tricks. If you would like a part 2, comment part 2, and I'm sure I could go more in depth. But I love y'all, I appreciate you, and I hope that if you are new here and you just came here for this video, that I was of any help to you. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will answer all of your questions. I have been through the most embarrassing vaginal situations, okay? My coochie has stinked before. It has itched. It has gone through birth. Okay, I'm just here for y'all, and I'm a girl's girl at the end of the day, so hopefully you got that from this video. And remember, you're a boss. Bye.